2, 1.
Folks, how you doing? I'm back. I'm your host, HUBERT GUY. You here live with the Actor's Cut, and I have a very wonderful special guest in the house today. We're gonna talk to her. She's doing her thing. I follow her all the time, and what's so great about it is that she just really got in this field not too long ago, and she is tearing it up. The definition of a true hustler and a true motivator. Someone who knows how to get the business done. Thank you for joining me. Join us every week. I'm here every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So with no further ado, I would like for you to introduce yourself to the viewing audience.
All right, thank you for having me here.
You're very welcome.
CHERRYL Davis, you can find me on Instagram, Cinema Love One. Give them everything?
Yeah, give them everything.
Basically, I work in film production. I also have my own mixer singles event that I do every 3 months. And also work on a radio show. So on Saturdays, 103.9 FM, Digi Music Radio. I'm the camera girl.
Very, very nice. So where are you from originally?
I'm from Queens. Oh, I was born in Brooklyn, and I moved out to Queens, Cambria Heights.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Queens is definitely in the building. Now, I want to talk to you about. Now, I know that your prior background before this is finance.
Yes.
And now you are into film production and the whole nine with the entertainment industry. So what made you transition? What was clicking in your mind to where you said, this is what I want to do?
I've always been a creative person, but it wasn't something that was motivating in my family growing up. Be a doctor or a lawyer, the typical things that your Haitian family would want you to have. Mm-hmm. And I would still write. And one day, one of my clients, a few of my clients actually said, you know, you are a hardworking woman at a very young age. I was in finance in my early 20s. And there was a surprise how when they told me to follow up with them, I followed up exactly at 1 o'clock when they asked me to, or whatever was necessary. So to say, if you focus your time and energy on what you truly want to do, imagine how far you can go.
Right.
After hearing that, after a few clients, my clients were doctors, lawyers, business owners, I said, I have to go. And even my dad contacted me. He said, what happened to your dream? When you were younger, you used to write, you used to shoot with little cameras, and you stopped. So I quit.
Basically.
And I used my savings. I said, I'm going to finish this book, and something's going to happen with this book. And I had a blog. So I would write short stories on my blog as I was working on my book, and someone reached out to me and asked me to help them write, the story so they can shoot it, because this guy is an inspiring director as well. Mm-hmm. When I came to the set to see what he was doing, I realized this is it. This is what I want to do. Right. And I didn't get a chance to finish writing the script for him. I apologize for that. We still keep in contact, though. He's excited for me. Appreciate him. And I decided I'm going to school. I have to learn this. I have no idea where to start. So that's why I went back to school for film.
Okay.
Finance, sociology is what I went to school for. I had no idea. And
that's not as much fun, though, as entertainment. As being in finance, just
that's right.
Counting numbers, just 1 million, 2 million, 3 million.
I love it. I love what I do. When there's a gig, you could be on set for 12 hours. Some people complain about it, but when you have the passion for it,
right.
When can I do this again?
Right. And
that's what they love about me. That's why they call me back. They like, you have the energy, you're excited, you don't fuss. This is what you need to do. You're focused on doing it. You ask questions, you're willing to learn. And because I have a passion for this, and my manuscript is still waiting for me right there. So once I'm finished, I'm ready to shoot that. That's my next project. That'll be my big project.
Very nice. So who were some of the people that you were watching when you were younger, actors or directors or whoever that inspired you when you were younger, when you were doing something you were younger? Who were you looking at and like, I like that, I can do what they're doing?
Wesley Snipes was one of them. We studied, what's his name? Okay. Wesley Snipes was one of them. And we studied, I'm drawing a blank right now.
It's all right. Wesley Snipes. And
Woody Allen. We studied
Woody Allen.
Yes, we studied Woody Allen. And one of the things, he's so silly. One of the great things we actually studied him in my class as well was just how he can just take a budget and make it as effective as possible to make the actors comfortable and still give you the great results that we were looking for. And Wesley Snipes, obviously, just the whole motivation of inspiring our people to do well, and saying this is where we are right now, but this is what you can be. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't the typical just we went through the depression, we were held back, our people was held back, and we can't amount to anything. Like, no, every one of his film had a hidden message, and that motivated me. I want to give you that message and entertainment at the same time.
Right.
So,
well, I think like being the production side is like it's two ways, because you have to, you know, you want to make sure that your budget is on. You want to give the best possible feature film or whatever type of presentation that you're doing, and you want to do it either on budget or below budget, and still it be the best quality that you can, and, you know, still pleasing everybody, the actors and rest of the crew and everybody else is good. So yeah, that's definitely something that, you know, you have to keep in mind, that people have to keep in mind, like when you're producing, like when anytime you're working on something, what's my budget? How long do I have? Time management is key. Time management is so key with that, and just being able to get your work done and have it be work that people like.
yes.
Well, with what you have, I know people that shoot on their phones and do different stuff, and you can never really tell. You know, you can never really tell the difference.
It's easy. It's easy. You want to shoot something, or you want to get comfortable, you want to learn what it takes. You don't have to be expensive. Just take your phone and get practice. Sometimes your project could be 5 minutes, but you realize that 5 minutes of your short clip, what's required to get a crew together to actually create a story, and you'll know at that point, is this something you want to pursue? I've met people when I first got into film school that believe this is for me, and after the first semester, half of them quit.
Gone.
Yes. And till this day, once people see on my social media, oh, Cherryl's actually, you know, she's making things happen now. After saying this, 2 years later, look at her. They contact me and they tell me, I'm interested. Can you let me know when you're going on set? If you can, bring me with you. No problem. I'll let them know if if they can come with me, if it's an open set. And I tell them, heads up, it's not what you think when you watch a movie. Like, this one scene may have been done like 15 times.
Right.
Right?
Right.
There's times we're here till 12 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. So it might not be the perfect ideal situation, but you have to have a passion for it.
Right.
So people try, realize what it really takes. It's not for them. I have this one young lady, she's interested in acting, and she knows it takes that, and she's still positive, excited. I'm like, this is something that you want to do.
Right.
I can tell, because you haven't complained not once, every time you had a gig.
Right.
So,
because it's some very long hours on set.
Yes.
Like, I have been on some sets to where, like, we didn't even get used sometimes. We were just in holding for like 10 hours, just la 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 la, uno.
That happened last week, actually. That happened last week when we were doing a pilot. Ira, coming soon. We had the extras waiting for a while because we were just doing the entrance scene for the party. And eventually, I was the AD. AD. And sometimes they would ask me questions here and there, make sure they had water behind the scenes, like make sure they were okay, because we understood that they were just waiting to go next.
Right.
But when they were talking to me, I said, this is how it's going to be on set. So this is your chance to experience what it's like, because a lot of these extras, some of them were new. They found out through a friend who had the leading role or who had a supportive role, and they asked him, hey, you want to come on set for the scene? So, like, this is what's required. Like, you have to get prepared for this. And
yeah, you do. If you want more time on camera, get a leading role. Step your game up, get your name up, go to the audition, do your thing.
And it's not just getting the leading role. Commit to that role.
Any role, really, right?
Any role. You could start off with the supportive role so you can have an idea of what's required, because sometimes people want their leading role and you come on set and you do not even know your lines, or you haven't even, you have to become the character. So
I think a lot of people think that acting is easy.
Yes.
Acting, it's not easy. It's because, you know, I find myself at home, you know, watching old movies, reading different monologues, acting out scenes from, you know, different movies and different TV shows that I like. And you really have to, like, be that person. You really, like, have to, like, transfer. If you can't transform yourself all the way into that character, then maybe you need to find something else to do. Because, I mean, it's not easy. It looks fun, but it's hard work. You know, you have to know your lines, and you have to have a good, you know, chemistry with the rest of not only the rest of the people that you're shooting with, but also the crew and just everything. You know, this is a real professional business, and just like she said, with any role, you know, if you're doing a small little background role to a lead role, you need to take each role serious. Because you may not know, but people are watching you on set. No matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter how big your part is, people are watching you.
Yes.
And that will determine if you're getting called back, or if you're getting sent home that day. So I mean, it's just, if you're gonna do this, take it seriously. Cause you know, a lot of people know me. I act, I do my thing, and I've been like, I bust my head for this. Like, I go hard for this. I do everything I can. I try to, you know, take care of all my avenues and channels that I have to seize my opportunities. And it's also time consuming.
Yes. I want to ask you, since you've been acting for a while, for years, what was your biggest lesson in that process? What is?
My biggest lesson that I have learned since I have been acting is to really pay attention to the director, really know how to take that direction. When you're going over your character, when you're thinking about that character, you may say or do something different on set, you know, that you have rehearsed. I've just, you know, my biggest lesson is really just listening and following direction, because when you do that, that just helps you even more, because you may not be saying a line right, or you may not really be in a character, and that director will give you, you know, the cue, or give you, you know, whatever little help that you need to put yourself in that position.
I agree.
You know?
Yes.
So that's my biggest lesson.
Yes.
Listening.
Yes, I agree. Okay, awesome. But it is, like, you go back to what you're saying, it is time consuming. And again, you have to have a passion for it. You can't just look at a TV show or a movie and think, this is what I want to do. Right. And there was another point I wanted to make regarding the actors, but you have to be I think being a people person helps, because you're willing to take guidance and advice to get you to where you want to go. And people will refer when you work on set. You have to go to another production, or next week I have another production. You never know if the actress that I worked with last week, I can refer them if it's, you know, if I know about the audition ahead of time and say, hey, this is the audition date, go. You know, so being a people person helps, and that's really.
Yeah, you don't really, you don't want to have a stink attitude out there, especially if you ain't made it or did nothing yet. And then when you do make it, you really don't want to have a stink attitude. But yeah, I love this game.
Yes.
And you're right. You know, the passion for it, you know, you really do. And like, when I first saw you, you know, start doing your stuff, you know, because I've been following you for a while. I know this young lady for a while.
Thank you.
So I would see her, you know, do, first it was like little things first, and then it was like big things. And I was like, I need to call her to get a movie role real quick. Cheryl, lead role?
With that is, I try to share on social media, but I haven't shared everything.
Right.
At first, I did it to get noticed, like, this girl wants to pursue this industry. But at the same time, I have to put my head down and focus. So I'll be on set, or I'll work on certain projects, and someone will say, you don't want to capture this? And I'm like, I'm so focused on thinking about the next thing or what I'm doing, I forget, like, oh, this will help me promote.
Right.
So other people, when I promote the the project I was working with last week, they were wondering, okay, why didn't I show the other projects I was working on? So they'll hit me up, like, you're also working on this web series, and you're also working on this show, and this movie, or in this independent film. But I'm in work mode. So with that is, it did surprise a lot of people when I started showing them who I was working with. And working with Rob Stapleton, you know, certain people just helped me get the connections I need to work on the next big gig, which is why, you know, I'm not sure if I'm able to announce certain TV shows. Okay, like Shark Tank was one of the shows that I was speaking with today to come back on set, and it's just the connections I got from working on set in other productions. So will I show off what I'm doing next week? Maybe, maybe not. And we also have upcoming shows that they told me about that they want me to be on as well. So again, I just put my head down. You never know what a person is doing. Mm-hmm. You know, keep in contact with them. Hey, how are you? They might be busy at the moment, but the fact that you reached out to me and I know, okay, someone's auditioning. Okay, I'm not sure if this is his role, but I can send it out to him. Just that little reminder, because we're trying to keep in contact with everyone. So from time to time, say hello. How are you? See that you're making things happen.
Right.
But you don't have to show everything out there as well, because sometimes I've had people who they reach out to me and say they're interested and they want to get there, but they weren't really committed and they weren't serious. It was just being able to know someone else who knows that next person. So when I did speak with them or hang out with them, I realized, okay, they're not trying to do anything with themselves.
Right.
So that's why I also became picky with posting certain things. So
I never post. I never.
Okay.
Like I never. Cause like who cares? Like really, who cares? Like so what? You know, you may post something, you think, oh man, I'm doing this, and you may get a few likes on it, but it's gonna be way more people hating on it than, you know, liking it, because, you know, people, they want to be happy for you, but sometimes they don't. Me, I do my thing, I keep it on the down low. I
love that.
I have a national commercial out right now, and the only person that knows is my family. You know, for doing hair, you know, because I also am a master barber too, and I do hair. So, and I'll say I did a if you're watching TV right now, Men's Warehouse, the Taylor commercials, 2-3 commercials out. I did all the hair for that. But I wasn't I wasn't on set like, yo, let's take a selfie and let's post. I kind of hate when I see people like on set and they going live and they taking all these selfies. Oh, another day on set. So what? So fucking what? I'm sorry. Excuse my language, but so what? Who cares? Just handle your business.
I do get haters. I'm learning to deal with that now.
Oh, people will hate.
Yes.
They will hate. That's why I don't post nothing, because when that big roll come out, it's just gonna
bam,
smack you in the face.
Yeah, that's
Take that.
That's new for me. Because I am a social media person, but not really. I don't need to be on my phone constantly showing everything.
Right.
But since I'm in this field, I see everyone else do it. Well, mostly entertainers, the one that have the camera on them. So maybe that's why, for their fans. But I post something with just a personal post of like my cats or my nieces and nephew, and I realized someone in my circle made a negative statement towards it, and I'm like, oh my God, like why would she, say this? I was just having a good time with my family, and I was just happy to share it. I didn't share everything. It was just that one shot, that one moment that I wanted to put up there. And it was the negative responses.
The hate came.
Yes. So it's
hate is real.
That's new that I'm just learning to deal with. But I just live your life, have fun. You can focus on yourself and growing just like I am, and I think that's what we should all do.
Some of the richest people in the industry, people don't even know what they look like. They could walk down the street in a pair of jeans and a T-shirt.
Yes.
Multi-billionaire, producer, director, and you wouldn't even know.
Yep.
You wouldn't even know.
I've seen that too. Yes.
I have a lot of people that I know in the industry that are really, really big, but you would never know, because they don't be posting all kinds of stuff. I mean, you know who they are, if you know what they do, but they're not posting stuff like that, and they just real simple people, and I'm a simple person too. I like to keep it simple.
Yes.
I don't, all that other rah-rah, if you, okay, congratulations, you did a commercial. Congratulations, you were on set for something, you did whatever. Okay, that's good. Keep focusing on that and keep it going.
Yes.
Don't let those one things like stop you, because that's not the end of it.
Nope.
That's not the end of it. The end, if you are in this business, then there is no end. You're gonna continue to progress, you're gonna continue to grow in your area, whether you're a producer, whether you're a director, whether you're an actor, regardless of what you're doing in this industry. If you have the passion, there is no end in this.
No.
There's no end. I mean, I'm sorry for ranting. Was I ranting about posting pictures? I was.
I'm for it. I understand. It's just you don't need to show everything.
Everything is not for social media.
No, it's not.
And you only have to you don't have to do a live, and you don't have to take 20 selfies and post them all for one 5-minute shoot. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Just continue to do you. Just continue to just be happy. I'm happy with what I do. Like I said, I've done a lot, and nobody wouldn't even really know what I've done.
How was it for you starting off?
For me, it was when I first started, it was kind of I'm not gonna say rough, but it was rough because I'm still a struggling actor. I'm still making my way. But I just for me, when I started, I just really wanted to maintain my focus act as professional as I can on set, like you said, so I could get called back. So I could work with people, just, pretty much making those networking connections and, branching out and, taking advantage of new opportunities that had presented themselves to me. And just that, and I still do the same thing now, the same way I was when I started, the same way I am right now. I may know a lot more, but my passion, my drive, my hunger is still there every day, every time I do something. And I'm just taking it one day at a time.
And you're still humble.
And I'm still humble.
That's what I want to
But welcome to the gun show. Sorry.
Show it off. You work hard for it, right?
Welcome
Show
to
it
the
off.
gun
there
show.
We go.
Ooh, look at that. That's like
Oh.
reps. That's reps in the gym. Shout out to PF. So, where do you see yourself going? What would you like to do in this industry?
DP. And I've heard people say, wow, I haven't seen that many female DPs. I love creating that visual,
right.
that setup where, like, wow.
For
whoever
DP,
shot this.
for those who don't know what DP is.
Director of photo.
Okay.
Basically, that's the person who helps with shooting, right? I have the person who set up the lights for me, and this is how we're going to do. We're going to rack focus in, come out, dial the left, right. That's who the DP is. And I know usually people want to be the director. I respect directors. I think they're amazing. But that would be the next step after. But right now I'm shooting for DP. So
this is a woman with goals and focus and purpose. You can just hear in her voice and just, what she's doing. And I can feel the energy.
Thank you.
I can feel the energy. The energy is real in here. We getting it in right down here right now at M&N Studios. The energy, everything is, everything, the creative juices. And I love, like I told you, like once we started this interview, it's just gonna roll.
Flow, you did. I was nervous at first because I'm usually behind the camera. I'm on the other side.
Don't be nervous.
This is cool.
Don't
be
nervous, because this is, like I said, this is a great platform. I love to have people come down and do things that let's talk about your radio show. We didn't talk about that. See, she's even doing a radio.
All right,
so
103.9. I record the content on the radio, and I'm just like behind the scenes for it. And it's catered to our audience, and we play like hip hop, R&B. We give people a chance to play their music as well. Every Saturday from 11 to 1. So tomorrow, 11 to 1, DigiMusic 103.9. They have a website, app. So plug in any way you can and listen to it while you're jogging, working, cleaning the house, whatever you need to do, and plug in. We have, celebrities that come by as well, artists, actors, professionals as well, doctors, lawyers, where you can get some advice on some feedback. There was a time we had a guy who runs a security business where he installed like cameras or mics to find out what's really going on when you're not around. And his stories and his advice that he was sharing from the show, we had 100 calls calling in to get some guidance on what they should do in the budget and how much it would cost to get things set up, because one woman was concerned about her babysitter when she leaves the house. So a lawyer who someone had questions about immigration, and he came in on the show and he was given some guidance and advice. So it's not just about entertainment. We give you professional advice as well, and we also provide you with their information so you can contact them later if you need their services. So it's just a well-round show. Plug in.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing too, because like the platform that you have for radio, and it's kind of like what I do here on TV, because I don't just have actors and stuff down here. I've had community activists down here. I've had different entrepreneurs, politicians down here on my show. Like, really just, doing, doing positive things in the community, but also coming down and speaking, and letting people hear. This is public access is a whole different, type of viewing audience, and it's a really great platform for people to come and talk about what they're doing, and it's important.
Visual.
Yeah.
It's visual, and people listen. Like the convenience of radio, you get to listen to no matter where you go. But visual keep your audience intact, so that's a great thing about the show. Right. And we had an artist last week that was actually talking about that. Like, yeah, my music is good, but I know visual helps connect with the audience, help connect with the listeners. They get to see, this is the artist behind that song. So this show is visual. People get to see what's going on. You can put posters up and say, hey, this is, the next event that's going on. So I love it. This makes sense. What you're doing, Thank you.
Yeah. Because I also,
Yeah.
I love giving back. I'm a dad. I'm an uncle. I'm not a big brother. I'm a little brother. Why ain't I got no siblings younger than me so I can be a big brother?
You're a dad.
I'm a dad. That's good enough. And my son just got Scholar of the Week today. Holla! The intellectualness does not fall far from the tree. But, I have a youth barbering apprentice program that I teach in East Harlem at the El Faro Beacon Center. And not only do I teach them barbering, but the way that I started the course is called Professional You. We talk about professional image, we talk about personal image, and we also talk about personal hygiene and grooming, which is very, very, very big for our youth nowadays, especially our young men and our young women.
Yes.
Because we got to get them right. I'm not going to ramble because we're almost out of time. I want you to,
that was fast.
I told you, right? So go ahead and give me your information when they can watch the radio show.
Again,
everything.
Cinema Love One on Instagram. And you can follow the radio show 103.9 Digi Music Radio, Digi Music Entertainment. That's the website. And on Facebook, CHERRYL Davis. You can get in contact with me. Any questions, I'll be glad to answer it if I can. And my secret singles mixer coming next Friday, November 3rd, Masquerade. Come in with your mask and have a great time. One thing I definitely want to say is it's never too late to pursue your goals and dreams. My background was not in films at all. I've had people look at me like, okay, go ahead, try it. And 2 years later, they're surprised about I'm already working on sets and movies.
Those were haters.
You have those. And sometimes people who feel like they can't pursue their dreams, they want to knock you down. Just focus on what you have to do, and it makes a difference with the people around you. So I know I'm going to be that person now, allow my family to benefit from what I'm working so hard for. Yeah, how much time do we have?
We still got another minute and a half.
There's this guy who came in for the pilot that we did. He never acted before ever. He came in, it was clear, but we just gave him some advice of where he can go to get his career started. But we respect him so much because we were looking for experienced actors for this one. It wasn't something like a small budget film. And the fact that he had the strength to come on, like, doesn't matter, I'm going to try this for the first time. We respect it so much. The director just gave him some pointers and say, this is how you can start it off, and we see you soon. So that's what I have to say when it comes down to that part.
Follow your goals.
Follow your goals.
Stick to your guns. Stick to your dreams.
It will be hard. There's times where I wonder, how am I going to do this? I have no idea. Like, I have bills to pay for it because I quit my job, remember. I quit. And I was going based on my savings. And right when I felt like, I might have to just take a full-time job, I might have to do it, I received the phone call.
That's how it works.
I received the phone call that same exact day. And I'm like, what? And okay. And since then, I've been working every week. And again, 2 years. So I was drained. I don't know, how will I do this? And you will get to that point, but it's about how bad you want it. And be smart with it. Make sure you have something, to live on while you're pursuing it. Not just like, I quit because I knew financially I could do this for a while.
Right.
And network.
Just like we're doing here on the Actors Cut. Watch us every Wednesday, 5 o'clock, live stream mnn.org, Cinema Love One, CHERRYL Davis, HUBERT GUY, Actors Cut. Peace.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. This was fun. Thank you.
All right.